I want to give an update on the storage unit that got robbed. So the last video I posted was all about my storage unit getting robbed, and it was just me sitting at work during my lunch break explaining what happened. So since then, my YouTube channel has grown tenfold, which has been a huge blessing in disguise because I never expected that sort of response. Another thing that's happened is people have reached out through Instagram, email, and they've offered to help cover the cost of sets. They've offered to help sell and find some of the sets. And to those people, thank you so much. At this time, I'm not going to go back and purchase anything for the moment, but I wanted to come on and say thank you to the Lego community at large because wow, what a turnout. When I say turnout, I mean like my channel has gained like 900, 800 subscribers within the past month or so. The amount of comments and positive feedback I've gotten has shot up. But what you're here for, the storage unit. So we submitted everything to the insurance company. Everything was as well documented as possible. We had photos, there were some receipts. Like I said in that old video, there's really not a whole lot of receipts at all for anything after 3 years ago. So finding as many photos as possible, I think, is what really helped my case. We had a police detective assigned to us, which is great, but I also don't expect anything to be found. So we went through the process of filing the insurance claim because we had renter's insurance and it did cover our storage unit, which is, like I said, right next to our apartment. But they gave me a lump sum of cash that almost covered most of what was lost, which I was not expecting at all. What I truly expected was to hear back from them in like November. So right now it is May 20th, and I expected to hear back from them in November with maybe $200. So the total number that I ended up losing value-wise was somewhere around 11,400. But they gave me pretty much what I lost minus our deductible, which is a tremendous amount of money that I'm very thankful for on one hand because it's money I didn't have necessarily. It wasn't money that I had to play with, and so that's the positive part. The other part is that I'm going to take most of that money that came my way because of the insurance, and I'm going to put it towards getting out of this apartment and hopefully getting a house, renting a house somewhere away from everything here. Physically, I love my apartment. Like, I don't know. It's nice. Kitchen, everything. Oh my gosh, look at that. What's that on the kitchen counters? Oh my gosh. So, I'm very happy with the apartment itself. It's everything around it that I don't like. Our neighbors are some of the worst people that's ever graced God's green earth. We had the issue with the storage unit and so many other issues that I don't want to get into right now. Having said all that, I am going to put the money towards getting out of here. I'm still going to have some fun. So I've allocated a percentage, a small portion of that money towards purchasing some of what was lost, but also putting it towards some of the newer things that are coming out that are similar to that. Can I help you? 1 second. Lard Butt here is going to help. I'm looking forward to some of the new sets coming out, like the Barradur set. Like, I've got my Rivendell here. I don't know where I'm going to put that one, but besides the point. I'm looking forward to some of the new sets coming out, so the money will help go towards some of that. I've got a lead on a couple of the figures that I really cared about, especially like from Lord of the Rings. And so I'm going to start to purchase some of those again. But again, most of the money is going to go towards getting out of this apartment and getting somewhere a bit more safe. I tried to respond to most of the comments on the last video, but after about 400 comments, I kind of tapped out. And a lot of the comments are very helpful, very thoughtful, and very kind. Some of them are kind of hilarious. I would say like 2% of all the comments are accusing my family members of stealing the Lego, which is kind of funny. One comment went as far as to say that my brother's a crackhead and that he sold the Lego for crack money. And we really got a hoot out of that. So whoever commented that one, thank you so much. That was hilarious. I don't know if you were intending for that to be funny, but that was a riot. Going forward, I'd like to not talk about the storage unit getting robbed again. I would love to just turn the page and move on to the next chapter, because it's been like a roller coaster of emotions, because it sucks that my stuff got stolen. I'm grateful that the insurance came through. State Farm, I'm going to call you out. Your renter's insurance is top notch. Car insurance, not so much. You keep raising the rates. What's going on there? But for renter's insurance, for my case specifically, you pulled through. So State Farm, round of applause. Thank you. We're still going to work with the police detective to see if we can help in any way possible. But for the most part, everything about the robbery and the unit is out of our hands. So going forward, I'd like to just move on and turn the page. One not amazing part of this whole situation has been the response from our apartment complex. So we pay for security features here, yet everything's broken. Our gate has been broken nonstop. They don't have any sort of camera system set up. There's no monitoring of who goes in or out. And so they've slightly amended our lease agreement to where if we want to leave, we won't have any sort of dings on our renter's history, as long as we pay them 2 months worth of rent, which is quite a lot of money and not money that we have accessible right now. So the response from them has not been great. State Farm response was fantastic, other than that initial guy we dealt with, but he's a doo-doo head. Another womp womp thing about this whole thing is that a lot of the Lego that I did have purchased is just gone, right? I'm not going to be able to afford to put money towards savings for a house, as well as purchase everything that was lost. But maybe it was just a sign that this is the extra oomph we needed to get out of here. So in that regard, I'm still sad about that, but I'm very, very optimistic. Meow. I'm very optimistic about finding a place to live this summer and going from there. Like I mentioned in some videos before, I am a middle school teacher, so this summer I will not be teaching summer school, and that will hopefully free up some time to find some houses. But I'm also getting married, so it's like, I gotta enjoy marriage at least a little bit, you know what I mean? One additional thing I do want to mention is that I'm going to be starting 2 different ways that you can support the channel. Number one is I've got a members subscriber thingamajig. It's like 99 cents. I don't even really know how it works yet because I've never seen such a thing, but there's that. And then I'm also going to be starting an OnlyFans, but it's reverse. I will send you nudes and you will pay me to stop. I saw someone do this online and I thought that's a fantastic idea. Who wants to see all of this sexiness? Maybe you do, I don't know. But you're going to pay me to stop sending you nudes. That's how it's going to work. The member subscriber thing is legitimate. It's where you spend like 99 cents a month. I get 70% of that revenue. YouTube takes the other 30%. And it's a way just to support the channel without breaking the bank. But again, totally optional. The amount of support I've already gotten is ridiculous. So thank you so much. Last but not least, I want to say thank you so much for the overwhelming amount of support that you put on the last video and the channel since then. The subscribers continue to go up, the comments, the likes, the views, all that. What's really touched me is the reach outs on Instagram and email and just offering support in any way possible. So thank you so much for that, because that has meant the world. I felt like I was at a pretty low place after the robbery, but as the messages and stuff came in, it was like, oh, not all of this is negative. We can look at it somewhat from a positive light. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all the support on this channel, on Instagram, all that, which I'll link down below. But thank you so much. I truly appreciate all of the support. I look forward to making some fun Lego videos in the future. I've got a couple ones planned already. So for now, I'm going to leave it at that. Again, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all the support. Anyways, bye-bye.